So yesterday I put out a video on how I made and decorated the first part of my level based on screensavers from the early 2000s. And I actually built a whole nother part today and I forgot to record the entire thing. So what I'm gonna do instead is actually show you how I made the background effect, which I think is the best part of the part. But first of all, I'm going to show you the part so you know what you're going to make, and I hope you enjoy this little preview because this was going to be the video, but enjoy. So that was the part which I made today, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a whole new level. We're going to just quickly select a song and we're going to set the background to black instantly, and we're also going to put down a background effect off trigger because I don't like them. And also we're going to put an options trigger, hide the ground on. Those are just some things I like to do before I start. Now to start with this effect, basically I have had this idea for a really long time, but I hadn't thought of a way to implement it into a background until I started making the screensaver level where it just worked perfectly. So for this effect, basically I just set the texture to a circle, set the start size way up, and set the end size to the same size, set the speed to 0, angle to 0, get rid of the position variation. Alright, and then once you have just a circle that's basically sitting still, what you do is you go in the extra tab, rather than click free, click relative, because it is relative to where the camera is. If it is on free mode, you'll see here, if I move the camera, it just goes crazy, which we don't want, so we'll just put it on relative. We are going to select this guy, put this guy on group 1. Now we're going to copy and paste him up like a couple blocks, maybe around here. He should also be on 1, and then we'll select a center object, which will just be the star, which will be on 2. So I think you can sort of see where we're going with this, but what we're going to do is we're just going to grab a rotate trigger, rotate group 1 around group 2 three times over 30 seconds, and then as soon as we go into the level, what you'll see is that sort of thing. So as you can see, it looks like just a circle building itself, which we don't really want. So what we can do is we can increase the speed to 6. There we go. And then I can grab these guys, copy and paste, edit to layer 1, copy and paste, edit to layer 1, go to layer, build helper. Alright, so now we got a whole little thing here, and we are going to select the second rotate trigger, put it on -6, so they're sort of doing this sort of thing, you know? To make it actually move with the player, we'll just set it all to group 5, set group 5 here to lock to the player's X forever. So now that it's moving with us, when I click play, you'll see it actually moves with the camera, except I forgot to put these guys on group 5 as well. Oops. Just like that. There we go. So now we get something like this, where you can sort of see where the background in my level comes from. So rather than keep these at like a static size, what I can do, and I'm just going to go on all, select all of these, and then make them get a little bit smaller as they go on. So we'll put it maybe to 25, and we'll also add a small fade in just so it looks a bit nicer. So you'll see, yeah, that's what we like. So if you notice at the back, it does look a bit patchy. To fix that, what we have to do is we have to just select the particle triggers, edit special, and just calculate the emission, and then increase the lifetime, which I like to do around 3. So you'll see now, increase the max particles. So we'll set this to maybe 100, just so there's enough to get on screen. So here we go. That's what we like to see. So to get colors on these things, what I might do is I'm going to set the detail to all of these guys to a black blending color, and set the base to 1 for now, and then we'll put that on a red. We'll select the ones on the side and put these on an orange. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe a yellow. And we'll put both of these on blending. Let's see how this looks. Whoop, I forgot one thing. if you want to have your particles be the same color as the object, you just have to go into extra and click use object color. So now, as we can see, look at that. We can add an area scale, and this will actually affect the particles. So we'll go on to group 5 around the player on the X length. We'll do 70, and we'll scale it by 0.5 on a sign in out easing. Oops. There we go. So now what should happen is, you'll see, there we go. I think that's a lot cooler, but what I might do as well is actually just grab all of these guys, and we are going to decrease the size to 25 and 15, so just like that. Now you can also add more particles to this, but we'll see what it looks like, but I'm probably going to delete them because it's just going to be cluttered. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the brightness of the main color to around 0.3, and I'll set it to around the 30 hue. So if I pause and unpause, you'll see all of these change color, and now we got this crazy looking thing. So you can also add shaders to this. So if I just grab all of the particle triggers, put them on B4, select this shader to only affect B4, and we're going to create a motion blur loop. So we might not even need a loop. So if I just do -2 fade time, use Y, and this should be good. Let's check. So with that, that's basically the entire effect done. As you can see, it uses really minimal objects, only 19, and that's only 18 because I just have something over here to keep the level long, you know. But it's really object efficient. It does sometimes lag on lower end phones because you are using a lot of particle triggers and they are emitting a lot. But let's just check out what this effect looks like. So yeah, that's how you make that effect. Once again, I really do encourage you to try and branch out a bit and try and experiment with these effects, because you can create some really cool stuff by accident. But with that, I hope you enjoyed this video, I guess. Bye.